Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the live stream. And um we're kind of going to do the same thing as last time if you were here for that. But first things first, before the weather gets too amped up, I want to tell you guys where you can find me at. So right here we have they're not clickable links, but they do tell you where you can find me. So, yeah, my website is hgweatherspot.com. My YouTube channel is hgweatherspot, which if you're watching this, it's probably obvious. My Instagram page is hgweatherspot, and so is my Facebook page. So now, how about we go to the radar? So right now we have some storms here over by the Davenport radar. It's kind of near Sterling, Dixon. But for some reason, there's a lot of winter weather stuff, especially for like Will County, Cook County. Oh, those are just wind advisories, but still. Here, let's go back here for a second. So I want to test if the sounds are working correctly. And they sure are. If you just heard that, the sounds are working right. So, back here. And right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the description to see if there is to see some current advice to use on how to stay safe. So, if any of this applies to you, if you are in the risk area, which I am going to show here real quick, this is the tornado risk area for today. If you are in any of this area, this is what to do if a tornado comes. Now, to disclaimer, I am not a professional. I just know about meteorology, and this is what professionals are recommending to do. Where to go for shelter. I'm going to start with the best one, and then I'm going to go to the worst one, like last case scenario or worst case scenario. Number one, the lowest floor of a sturdy building. If you have a basement, basements are the best option. If you don't have a basement, the most interior room of a building. Try to avoid windows, doors, and get as far away from the outside walls as possible. So maybe it's a bathroom, a closet, or something. But the last resort, a low-laying ditch. If you can't get to shelter, and if you're on the highway or something, you see the tornado, try and get to a ditch that's kind of a dip, like not I forget what they're called, not a valley dip, but just a little, yeah, dip. But get out of your car. A car is not going to save you in this situation. Cars can actually be picked up like it's a 2-year-old picking up a toy and throwing it about 10 feet. The car isn't going to get thrown 10 feet. It's probably going to get thrown more like 500 feet-ish. But the point is, the car can be thrown like a toy. It can be mangled. It can be whatever. So try not to be in the car. Now, here's the things to have for the lowest floor of a sturdy building or the most interior room of a building. Water. A lot of water. If you are going to try and survive, you are going to need water. That is not something you can go without for long. A sturdy pair of shoes. If a tornado brings debris everywhere, you are going to want to have some form of footwear, preferably like gym shoes are the best. Because if you are going to walk outside barefoot in rubble, I don't think that's the best. Gym shoes is best to have. A helmet to protect your head. If you are not in a basement, or if you are in a basement, worst case scenario, you want something to protect your head. You might not need it, but if you do need it, it is going to be vital for survival. A battery-powered weather radio or info source. I have one. I don't have it here with me right now. Extra non-perishable food, probably around 3 days worth, because by then should be some time to find some help. If you can't get these things, get yourself and the people you are with to safety to at least try to keep your life. That's the most important part here. And let's see, it looks like we have a severe thunderstorm warning just issued for Fayetteville. What is this? What state is this? I can't see the borders. I'm blanking. Arkansas, I'm pretty sure. Probably more. Here, let me find a radar to cover this. Yeah, we have a severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, it says it was updated 2 minutes ago, which is more likely what it is. The severe thunderstorm warning for east central Benton and northeastern Washington counties will expire at 2:15. The storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and has exited the warned area. Therefore, it will be allowed to expire. And now, instead, we have a special weather statement. A strong thunderstorm will impact northern Madison and central Carroll counties at 2:45. A strong thunderstorm 4 miles southwest of Hobbs State Park, moving northeast or east at 45 miles an hour. So I know I just heard a new severe thunderstorm warning being issued. I'm pretty sure this is it. Yeah. This is near St. Elizabeth, Missouri. Kind of central Missouri-ish. We don't have very good radar coverage out here. Let's see what this is. At 2:06, a severe thunderstorm was located near Iberia, or 15 miles east of Osage Beach, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. Hazards, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, and penny-sized hail. Source radar indicated expect damage to roof siding and trees. I'm reciting what the weather radio would say at this point. And, we scroll down here. Locations impacted: Lake of the Ozarks State Park, Osage Beach, Iberia, St. Elizabeth, Lynn Creek, Tuscumbia, Eugene, Brumley, Ullman, Freedom, Kaiser, and Mary's Home. Precautionary preparedness actions. Don't forget, a tornado watch is still in effect for until 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Central Missouri. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Now, the severe storm doesn't have a considerable tag or a destructive tag, so I would just say go inside. You do not want to be outside. And that's all you really need to do. This isn't really dangerous, but let's see. Radar indicated. Max wind gust 60 miles an hour. You do not want to be outside during that. Northeast. It's moving northeast. I forgot who it impacts. 13.6 thousand people affected by this warning. 6.7 thousand homes affected. We have that there. Kind of over here, this is where stuff is going to get real in a little bit. Go to the models tab here. This is what it is right now. No, this is 12 p.m. This is what's going to happen. As the storm is going to move. It's going to move across Mississippi, Alabama. Probably by the time it gets to Alabama, I'm going to be done. Because it's a school night. And I don't want to be really up late, especially going into a Monday. But I probably will be streaming tomorrow as well, but I won't be able to stream until probably 5 o'clock at the earliest. We'll have to look at what the outlooks say. Day 2. Considering this is a day 2 tornado risk, this is bad. Normally, this is the max of day 1. But if you look at the categorical, yeah, look at that. Moderate risk. This happened less than a week ago. Similar pattern, moderate risk. 15% tornado chance, 15% hatch, yeah. I'm gonna have to check what this is as we get later in the day. If I have time, I am probably going to make a forecast video for this, just to make sure what's going to happen. Because what is probably going to happen is if we go to models here, or if I stop it, this is 6 a.m. tomorrow. I don't know if there are going to be multiple waves of storms or something. Yeah, it's the farthest we can go. But we will be sure to check in later. I'll probably check in later if I do a forecast video, which means I'll probably have to end this in a few hours. But what matters right now is the real-time stuff, because that is what is going to immediately affect some of you guys. If you look here, I noticed there's some new warnings. Yeah, it's just some rain and stuff. There's kind of a little bit of a thunderstorm developing near Lafayette. Blizzard warning, really? Blizzard conditions expected from 10 p.m. So it's probably going to snow for a lot of this, which doesn't surprise me. But I'll see about this. When was this issued? This was issued 3 minutes ago. Severe thunderstorm warning for northern Taney County, eastern Christian County, and central Stone County. Until 3 p.m. CDT. A severe thunderstorm was located over Kimberling City, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. The source is radar indicated. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roof, siding, and trees. This is a long list. Locations impacted include Ozark, Branson, Lake Taneycomo, Table Rock Lake, Table Rock State Park, Shepherd of the Hills State Park, Hollister, Silver Dollar City, Kimberling City, Forsyth, Merriam Woods, Kissy Mills, Reed Spring, Highlandville, Rockaway Beach, Bull Creek, Indian Point, Branson West, Galena, and Taneyville. Those are some names. I didn't think there would be 2 state parks in this area, but might be. If we look back here, though, that's the same morning. So this is the storm that the severe thunderstorm warning called for. And if we look at the velocity real quick, it doesn't seem to be very bad. This might not be a supercell. There is a chance that it is. This isn't as good radar coverage. I don't think we need to look at the correlation coefficient yet for any of this. Or if we look here, right here in the deep, it's not really some. So what we're looking for in velocity for tornadoes is if there is if there is a bunch of red and a bunch of green conjoining together in a tight little circle, that is called a velocity couplet. And what that means, the red is wind going, let's say, east, and green is going west, because they are opposite each other. What that means, if they are coming together, those are opposite winds forming which could potentially mean a tornado. So that is what meteorologists are looking for in something like this. Mesoscale discussion. This expires in 14 minutes. Peak tornado intensity 100 to 130 miles an hour. That's probably, yeah, EF3, if I'm right. Concerning severe potential tornado watch likely, which there already has been a tornado watch issued for parts of it. Summary: severe weather potential will increase over the next 1 to 2 hours as storms develop along the cold front this afternoon. Now, most of this is word nerd stuff. So, you guys probably wouldn't understand it. So, I'm going to just read here. Oh, yes. In addition to the severe wind gust threat, a QLCS tornado threat is also anticipated. For those of you who don't know what QLCS is, I might get this wrong. These are some weird words. Quasi-linear convective system, or QLCS for short. What that means is, for those of you who know what a squall line is, it is a line of storms, just severe storms in this line moving across. QLCS spawn from squall lines. And the bad thing about QLCS, the good thing is they aren't typically very strong. But the bad thing is they usually happen so fast that the National Weather Service doesn't have time to issue any warnings, watches. Well, the watches are there, but they don't usually have time to issue any warnings because of they don't have normally enough evidence. Because this happens usually in the span of a radar scan, and by the time the warning is issued, the tornado's already done its damage. Within a few minutes, a tornado could drop, damage a neighborhood, and lift. So that's the bad thing about it. So a QLCS tornado threat is also anticipated, especially later this afternoon into this evening near the Mississippi River. So pay attention to that if you guys are there. Let's see. Low-level moisture will likely be the primary factor, which will impact the tornado threat. Not very good. But based on forecast soundings, upper 50s to near 60 dew points will likely result in a mostly damaging wind threat, with 62 to 63 Fahrenheit dew points will likely support a more substantial QLCS tornado threat. I'm pretty sure the Z stuff, that's times, and the rest of it is just nerd stuff. Not common news. So most probable peak tornado intensity, probably EF2 into EF3. Most probable peak wind gust 65 to 80 miles an hour. Most probable peak hail size. This is being blocked by the footer a little, but 1 inch to 1 3/4 inches. So that's kind of what to expect. What I'm going to do now is, before things ramp up, I'm going to grab a snack. I'm probably just going to bring it up here and try not to make a mess. But also be sure to stay tuned. Yeah. So I will be back in probably less than a minute. And we are back, people. Getting a snack now and having it with me kind of eliminates some of the reason for break if stuff is ramping up and I need to eat something. This helps. So, back to the coverage. Right here. I don't think there's been anything new since we have started. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Pretty sure we already covered this one. Yeah, this one. Okay. Real quick, though, I forgot to do something. Again, I'm sorry for this, but thankfully it is happening before things ramp up. So just know, things aren't ramping up yet, but they will soon. So stay tuned. All right. I figured before things ramp up, what I want to do is do what I normally do in a forecast video. And a cool feature about this is the outlooks can be overlaid. So, I'm going to give you a second to look at this before, well, yeah. And I realized the radar wasn't on. So I'm going to give y'all a second to look at this before I go over it. And what is that? What just got issued? Tornado watch. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to give you a second to look at this. Take it all in. All right. So, the areas in risk here. In Indiana, we have Indianapolis, Terre Haute, I think that's how you say it, Bloomington, Louisville, Paducah, Kentucky, Evansville, Kentucky, Jonesboro, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee, Tupelo, Mississippi, Greenville, Mississippi, Birmingham, Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, Clarksville, Tennessee. Those are just some of the areas in the enhanced risk. Look at the tornado risk. We have some areas of 10% hatched tornado risk, which means that hatched term, I'll use it a lot. Hatched basically means there's a little pattern over it, and that pattern means that there is an enhanced chance for tornadoes EF2 or bigger. So, Some of the areas in effect here: Clarksville, Tennessee, Memphis, um, just to name a few. Winona, new special weather statement as we speak right now. Not the most severe of them all, but also some areas in risk: Montgomery, Alabama, Tuskegee, Alabama. I think that's Georgia. Columbus, Georgia. Greenville, Alabama. Alright, warnings are being issued left and right. So I think it's best that we go back and look at some of these. There's currently 722 alerts issued, which I know that's going to get bigger. Florida, really? There is a storm in Florida. What does this mean? Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Brevard County and east central Florida until 3:45 EDT. Which, here, let me look at the clock on my phone. That is probably about 20 minutes away from where we are right now. And yeah. Let's see. I didn't expect it to be in Florida. If we take a look at the outlooks, yeah, Florida wasn't even in the picture. It had a marginal risk in the categorical, so I guess that counts for something. But, yeah, if you were here last time, I predicted the Kankakee tornado to be, Kankakee Aroma Park. That tornado to be about EF3, EF4, and I was right. It was an EF3. The Knox tornado, it was an EF2. I saw pictures of that thing. That thing is huge. The thing that they issued a tornado emergency for in Knox, apparently that was an EF2. I thought it was the same tornado as the one in Kankakee. It was just really long, but I don't know. I hear two different rankings. But if we look back here in the Chicagoland area where I am, just some rain, but some storms out here by Amboy, Dixon, Buda, Kewanee, Rochelle. But let's get back to the action down here. This isn't looking too good. In all honesty. It's not bad, but it ain't good. What I'm considering good right now is just some rain, maybe a little heavy rain. What I am confused about, why are some of those lightning strikes orange? I'm not sure about that. But yeah, for those of you out there, if we look at some of the major cities affected, well, we already did. But for the outlooks, tomorrow's a huge day. Some of the areas in the moderate risk include Raleigh, North Carolina, Durham, North Carolina, Richmond, Virginia, Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. Fayetteville, North Carolina, Florence, South Carolina. This is a big moderate risk area. All of it might not be at the full moderate risk potential, but there's definitely going to be some of it. The SPC wouldn't issue a moderate risk if they didn't mean it to be a moderate risk. They have all the fancy outlooks and stuff. And the enhanced risk, we have places like a much bigger area, spanning down almost to Jacksonville, Florida. Almost to Jacksonville, Florida. Almost to Scranton, PA. So, basically, if you're anywhere between Jacksonville, Florida and Scranton, PA, you are most likely Scranton, Pennsylvania. Yeah. If you are anywhere between Scranton and Jacksonville, you probably have an enhanced risk. Which is saying something, because that's a lot of miles. That's a lot of territory. Even some of the marginal risks, that's New York, New York City, New York State, Newark, New Jersey. All of New Jersey is under either, that's what I meant, slight risk or marginal risk. I'm pretty sure just about that's what I was thinking of. I was trying to find what states were completely engulfed by risk, but there isn't. Well, if you count Washington D.C., Washington D.C. is kind of a territory, but it's just engulfed in moderate risk. Same thing. Well, part of Washington D.C. is out of the blow this time, but it's still pretty bad. I don't know if that. Oh, that's a current warning. But the warning count's already up to 740. Probably about to be 741. Never mind. That's not the one that was just issued or just updated. Yeah. So this one was updated just now. Torrential rainfall is occurring with the storm and may lead to flash flooding. So if you are in Florida, be careful of that by Palm Bay, Melbourne. I think right now, there's not much going on. I'm expecting we're expecting more people to tune in as the storms ramp up. Because it isn't very. I'm not saying it isn't bad, but it's not really bad yet. I'm also open to questions in chat. If any of you have questions for me, I'll gladly answer them. Throw them at me. We got a decent amount of questions last time he streamed. It was actually 5 days ago. It's not been a long time. Which is going to be even less of a time until our next stream, which will probably be tomorrow. Mesoscale discussion. Morning surface. Oh, that's more in-depth stuff. If we look in Memphis, for most of the enhanced risk areas, right now is a calm before the storm. And there is going to be a big storm happening. And I would not be surprised if said storm... Well, the said storm is probably going to happen... It's going to happen more in a few hours. So stay tuned for that. we are going to be here while the storms are developing too. Over here, we got a bunch of fire stuff, though. Red flag. Urgent fire weather message. There's a lot of fire stuff happening. There's like red flag warnings, blowing dust. I'm pretty sure there's a wildfire in Oklahoma. When I looked at the radar before, it had like an evacuate immediately type of thing. I don't remember where the place was. It started with an R. I don't think it's there anymore, but it said that there was... Yeah, no, that's not where it was. But it was somewhere in Oklahoma that there was a fire warning and an evacuate immediately warning. We're just kind of going to have to sit here until stuff really starts ramping up. Because right now it's just a few severe storms in some places, but... Okay, see. Well, that's a bit different. I usually use the regular ones compared to the yellow ones, because I'm pretty sure the yellow ones are limited. Yeah, they are. They are limited. Yeah, so I like to use the ones that aren't limited to specific types of radar. Just like here, I've seen all 3 Chicago area radars, but the one in Lockport, that's the one to go to. K-Lot, that has the National Weather Service of Chicago. There's one by McCook area. I see that occasionally. I saw the one by... There's like a bunch of mountains and stuff, so I saw it from Calsag Road. That's in one of my videos. But both of those have limited things. What I mean by limited is if we look at the regular one, this has reflectivity, reflectivity X, max reflectivity, velocity, correlation coefficient, just to name a few. The yellow ones only have 4. So, well, I don't know what to say about that. That's just the way they are. But, yeah, I pinned the message, welcome all to the second ever HG Weather Spot live stream. So, I have updated the website somewhat recently. I probably should make announcements when I'm going to stream from now on, as I did in some of my videos, but it's not on the website yet. Because on the website, we are inching closer to getting to our goal of 20,000 total YouTube views. Currently, we have 16,805 when I checked the other day. If I check now, is that going to be the same? No, it is not. 16,853. So we're about almost 50 off. 48 off. We have 63 subscribers, though. I'm happy about that. I did post a clip of the tornado emergency from the last stream we did. I just kind of recycled the thumbnail. Just added a little polygon. Although I do want to keep the live stream thumbnails pretty close together. So that way it's easier. Well, I don't want them to differ a lot. I might figure out something better to do in the future. But now is not the time to do it. Tomorrow's probably not going to happen. Although I am trying to think of content ideas. There is like this YouTube AI thing that has like whatever it is. Yeah, it has like AI video ideas. So I don't think yeah, let's read some of these. Chasing the rare Sterling M10 siren across rural Illinois farm towns. Not a bad comparison, but the thing is, they don't have very many M10s. Inside the control cabinet, a deep dive into siren activation components. Comparing mechanical and electronic siren tones during a live test event. Federal Signal Thunderbolt 1000T full decibel reading analysis in Aurora, Illinois. Hello? I don't think they have a Thunderbolt in Aurora. Tracking the heavy freight transition at the busy Blue Island Rail Junction crossing. Behind the scenes look at the heritage locomotive maintenance inside the Amtrak shop. These aren't fully bad things, but some of these I can never see myself doing. Some of these, they're not bad ideas. I'm not going to use them, but the evolution of Illinois Railroad signal systems from 1950 to 2026. That doesn't seem bad. They also have little thumbnails for these. The little thumbnails are kind of weird, too. Capturing the high-speed Metro Express thundering through Berwyn Station at sunset. I'm going to skip some of these. Historic downtown Lamont. How Metra commuter rail operations manage extreme spring weather disruption events. The last operational Federal Signal 2001 SRNB in suburban Cook County. These are just some examples of what it thinks is good. Although, to be fair, there is some tornadoes, but there isn't really tornado videos, which is kind of the whole point of this live stream. Man, they got the locomotives down. I just saw one comparing the modern Metra F59PH to this other one. Investigating the new Siemens Charger. There is no... I'm not seeing any weather videos. I'm sorry, but there isn't. I'm not seeing it. A lot of it is like hearing the specific thing go off here. Like one of them was like hearing siren go off in a massive abandoned quarry, which I don't know how I'm gonna get that to happen. Seriously though, for those of you who have YouTube channels, you would know this isn't unusual. I've just never dug deeper like this. Oh, it even has a why this could fit your channel. That's kind of cool. But yeah, that's kind of an overview of it. January, though. January is a huge month for me. Even though, so far in 2026, we got 13,000 views. For a longer time in 2025, it was, 3,222 views. January. 10,000 views in January. I don't think that's even happening again. It's up over 1,000% more than December 2025. The watch time is 412% more, and the subscribers is 600% more than December 2025. So I'm really happy. I just want to thank all of you guys real quick for that. Because to be fair, I did take a little bit, not of a break, but I just didn't post for a decent amount of time because I was developing the website, which you can view right now. I'm probably going to link some of the live streams, make a new live stream section. on the website, that'd be cool. But if we check back in on our warnings here, wow, 4 of them are gone. 4 of them just disappeared. I don't know if y'all saw that. The counter just went from 728 to 724. This is 245, and that's... I'm normally... Oh, hold up. Did they just, like, reissue that? Updated 3 minutes ago. Trained weather spotters reported up to ping pong ball size hail. Wow. Really? And a marginal risk? These storms over here better pick up their game, or they should issue the enhanced risk over here. Whoa, wait a minute, that's cool. Okay, I just found the key shortcut for the drawing tool. That can come in handy. Y'all are discovering this with me. There's some of these niche features that are pretty cool. But I'm probably gonna take a little bit of a break when it hits an hour streaming. Right now we're at 45 minutes. Again, I'm also going to, I'm gonna make a poll. Probably, Q&A of, is there anything I should I'm gonna have to check if I spelled that right, because I'm not sure that I did. I did not spell that right. Alright, there we go. Q&A. Whoa. That's a little funky. But now we have the Q&A. Is there anything I should try and change about the stream tomorrow? Because I am probably going to stream at least for a period of time. If stuff... I'll probably have some free time to check the radar in school. But if it's not gonna have any action whatsoever, I'm not gonna stream, because that's the whole point of streaming. Is when it's action packed, I want to give you guys some good coverage. Still, I want to thank all of you for the support we have. This is kind of good support. I like this. I like streaming like this. The whole goal was to stream weather and just give live coverage. The radar does kind of, it seems like really cluttered, but that's just all the warnings issued. Warnings, watches, advisories, all of it. As well as some of the mesoscale discussions that the SPC puts out. Here, if I look at the SPC website for what's happening tomorrow, let's see what it says. There's a moderate risk of severe thunderstorms in parts of South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, and Washington, D.C. Widespread severe storms are anticipated on Monday across the southeast and mid-Atlantic states. During the afternoon. Okay, so I'm thinking afternoon, evening, though. I'm trying to find if there is... Here. I think, what was that? Another warning was issued. It might have been Special Marine. never mind. It was something. It could be a special weather statement, a flood watch, anything. Let's see. This could be wrong. Alright, in the eastern region, the peak period is 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, good. That means I can stream. That's for the Mid-Atlantic. Virginia, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. So, looks like if this is right, there is going to be a stream tomorrow. It depends the time, though. So I'm not going to stay up fully late. This is standardized testing week. It's not happening tomorrow, but it is happening towards the end of the week. Which I don't like. I don't like about that. But, yeah, I'm really happy about the popular videos list. I started making this to keep track of them. And right now, all of them are above 900 views. Soon to be above 950, hopefully. The lowest one is 946. Ooh, what is that? Is that Gale? Heavy freezing spray? Hello? What is that? It looks like I'm gonna have a stroke reading that. Does that mean nautical miles? Lake Michigan, Michigan City, Indiana to St. Joseph, Michigan, 5 nautical miles offshore to midline of Lake Michigan from North Point Light to Wind Point, Wisconsin, 5 nautical miles offshore to Lake Michigan from Wind Point, Wisconsin to Winthrop Harbor, Illinois, 5 nautical miles offshore to Lake Michigan from Winthrop Harbor to Wilmette Harbor. Okay, I can't do that anymore. I can read it. It's gonna take me a while though. The top video. The first video I ever posted, surprisingly. It's at almost 2,000 views. How far away is it? I want to check how far it is away. 90 views away. Okay, yeah. Hopefully... Oh, yo, what's up, Jake? For those of you who don't know, Jake was in our stream last time, and he was an absolute legend. There was an EF3 tornado that hit Kankakee, and he lives around there. So he sent me some of his rain camera footage, because he was out in Crown Point, Indiana, like, recording. And he ended up having to evacuate the studio. Was that right? I'm pretty sure it was. And, oh god, he's texting me now. We finding Nemo again? Oh god. That was an inside joke last time, because of all the flooding that was happening where he was. This is about to be sick, though. The storms haven't picked up yet. I'm pretty sure we're good. Well, I retract my statement. We are not fully good. We are mostly good. We figured out how to have Holden display the video from his phone. Yeah, if you have, like, damage pictures or something, I can try and set that up. While we're, like, on break. Because, I don't think his house was affected, but, the whole Bradley, Kankakee, Aroma Park area, that was really bad. Whatever that wasn't too good. I think, bro, you want to see some crazy stuff? Yeah, I do, actually. He's probably going to send over some stuff. Which actually fits because I'm probably going to break in like 5 minutes. And while I break, that'll be the perfect time to set up. He's probably sending it over to me right now. Through my phone, we'd have to find the cable to hook it up. He's giving me the suspense. You can't just say, bro, you want to see some crazy stuff and not show me the crazy stuff. That's not how this works. That's not how we navigate around here. 738. The alert count keeps climbing. But I know in like 4 minutes, everything's gonna go down. Yeah. This was 2 days ago. Okay, so he is sending me it. He's sending me something. It's not false hope anymore. What is that? Is that like... I don't even know what that is. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. The first picture didn't load. So the first picture was the sign falling on a car. The sign that fell on a car. And, the car... It was a different view of the car. That is crazy, though. Do you know if that was from the tornado or not? I don't think... either the car has been there for a long time, or it just happens to be... I don't think... Oh, he's texting me the answer. Okay. From the high winds. Oh, that makes sense now. For any of you who is in the Chicagoland area, you would know it was windy. It's to the point where just me having my winter coat and backpack, I'm pretty sure it's like 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts for me. I had to like move because I wasn't gonna fall over, but it was moving me. It's still windy out, yeah. It's not as windy as I think it was Friday. It's not as windy as Friday. I know that. But it is really windy though. Sure. And we might... Here, I'm gonna try and set up the phone so I can show you guys. That'd be pretty cool. I know there's a setting that we had to... Oh yeah, it is there. Okay, hold up. Alright. There we go, yeah. That's the sign falling over onto a car. This was the one I didn't see, so I was confused when I only saw the second one. That was really confusing to me. But, I don't know, I didn't account for that. Yeah, I could also show some of the damage pictures. Hold on. Give me a second. There's a lot of damage pictures. He sent me some, like, Ring camera footage. He also sent me this video from... I think this was Kankakee. It's like intense hail. That's how big the hail is. It's really big. Cracked windshield from the hail. Completely destroyed one of those little windows, if you know what I'm talking about, like the tiny ones. Yeah. That's how big they were. And that's some of the tornado damage from Kankakee. Man, yeah. That tornado was intense. Still, just some of the, yeah, like some of them are completely destroyed. That was for me. In Aldi, yeah, some of them are just mangled all over the place. Look at that, some house damage, roof damage. Yeah, that's why this tornado was considered. You have 3. Some of this stuff was insane. Yeah, look at that. That used to be a structure. I don't know what kind of structure it was. But my. This is crazy. This all happened 5 days ago. We were covering this live as it happened. This isn't as bad, but... Still, look at that. That's just from the tornado. That is absolute craziness. That is wild. So now I can switch between that and charging my phone. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, shout out to Jake for the photos. He's awesome for that. Oh, most of those photos, were from his stepdad. Because again, Jake was in Indiana, in a place that didn't get affected by the tornado, thankfully. What we got now? Tornado possible tag. Okay, guys. We're starting to get into the tornado time. In fact, before things ramp up even more, I'm going to take a break because I kind of need it. I think the theme last time was take a break every hour, so I'm going to do that now. So, see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, we're back. I don't think I missed very much. Yeah, no tornadoes yet. Although there is 2 severe thunderstorm warnings with a tornado possible tag. I'm pretty sure that's all for the same storm. But I am proud. Here, let me see. Since uploaded, the live stream has gotten 95 views. That's a lot for a live stream, especially my first live stream. Although there is some patches I need to do to the website, so I do want to figure out how to make the I'm mind blanking. The picture subtitles white so that way you can actually read them and it's not just gray on a black background. Let's check back in. So what we have right now. Ugh. It's laggy. So much lag. So the storms are now by DeKalb. They're heading up more towards Schaumburg, Palatine, Highland Park, Lake Zurich, Algonquin, Elgin, Bartlett, Addison, Lake Forest, Northbrook. So Plainfield is probably going to be missed, which I don't feel like getting any rain today. And I don't really have much to say. But I think there was. Oh wow, these are new. Or Springfield radar. Those are a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings. That's a big severe thunderstorm warning. 4,000 miles impacts. 86,000 people. 40,000 homes. Wow. And that's just for the bottom one. What about the top one? I just looked at the top one. Okay, bottom one. Less miles. 46,000 people, 23,000 homes. I'd say that's a decent amount of people. If I'm being honest. Although it does seem that there is a squall line developing. Holy voice crack. I'm voice cracking so badly right now. But there seems to be a squall line developing. I'm pretty sure, what is that? Macomb? I thought this said Meconito or something for some reason. It's probably the way this went. The storm went. So, the one by Bowling Green, I don't know why I said it like that, is probably heading up. So his whole area is going to get it. I'm pretty sure Orland Park, Joliet, Tinley Park, Morris. This area is probably going to get missed a lot. So but here. How do I split screen this? Okay, another severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, and where is that at? Flashing, hello, please. Here, okay. Issued 3 minutes ago, so I don't know about that one. What I am going to do Alright. I'm going to use a trusty map settings. Where do I do that? Here, wait a minute. I'm trying to figure it out. Here. This is what I want to do. Here, let me look at this. We're doing it, I think, maybe. I don't think that did it. Click on the map. I don't get that. Hold with me. Let's use a black scan line. Yeah, I like that. Still, no, that doesn't tell me how to split screen it. But, anyway. That doesn't matter right now. It's going to matter eventually, because I do want to figure out how to do it. Is this new? It is new. Okay. It's like a ricochet. I hear the little boom 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 come from there, then on my phone too. Okay, I think I figured out how to do it. Give me a second. If this works, I am going to be happy. There. Yes, we did it. We did it, guys. Alright, so this is good. Okay. This feels so weird seeing double of it. Okay, so we are going to use this later. Alright. So now that we figured out how to do it, we don't have to look anymore. We just know how. But still, nothing's happening. The warning count is climbing, though. How many severe thunderstorm warnings do we have? We have 6 of them. If you turn off all the warnings, this looks very plain. There's 349 warnings. Good lord. Look at this. I can just keep going. It all keeps going. Wow. Okay. Uh, this is kind of a line, which is how I explained earlier the QLCS tornadoes and how those work. But make sure to subscribe to HG Weather Spot. Again, if you flash those links. Hello, hello. The watermark might be covering my face, which that could be a little bit of an issue. But yeah, it is kind of covering my face. Okay. Well, at least it isn't. Okay. So for those of you just tuning in, I am Holden. I am the person who posts content on the channel HG Weather Spot. I post weather stuff, which is what you tuned into. Sirens, like tornado sirens and trains. You can find my link. These are not clickable links. My website is hgweatherspot.com. I developed that personally. YouTube, HG Weatherspot, that's the channel you're watching this on. On Instagram, it's HG Weatherspot, and same with Facebook. So, yeah. Go back to the radar over here. I do like this. I know some of the warnings are going to be gone. Right now there's 760 alerts. There's going to probably be, imagine there's 1,000 warnings by the time we're done with this. That'd be wild. Look at composite. This is all of the radar. So there's a whole line of thunderstorms, and it kind of gets a little blocky here. Pretty sure this is all snow. Satellite. Whoa, that's windy. I just heard a wind gust. And then the models, that's kind of what's going to happen in the future. This is valid 12 p.m. I don't think they updated this yet. So if we look, this is what's going to be at 9 p.m. I am probably going to be done by then. It is 3:22. I don't think I'm going to stream for 6 hours. If I do, that's going to be impressive. If we look, let's see more realistically. This is what it is now. 5 p.m. Alright. So I might end it around 7 at the latest. It'll be 5 hours. But the good news is there is probably going to be the Weather Channel for you to tune into after this when I end and you still want info. Because there is a lot of reliable info sources out there. Weather Channel is one of them. This might be, I don't know, shorter stream than last time. Oh, whoa. Yeah, tornado watches, okay. So now the tornado watches are going out, which means the tornado watches usually go out a few hours before the tornadoes hit. New severe thunderstorm warning over here. It looks to be developing. We have a new radar stand going out. Look at that. So our storm is moving. Our storm is definitely moving. The National Weather Service in Little Rock issued a severe thunderstorm warning. North Searcy or something. Searcy, Newton, and Marion counties. Southeastern Boone County and Baxter County. Until 4:15 CDT. So that means, well, it's going to be a long time. They're probably going to either cancel the warning, because I don't think this is going to be moving very fast, but at 3:22, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Piatt, near Duggar to Eula, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. Locations, oh wow, that's a lot. Okay. Mountain Home, Yellville, Flippin, Arkansas. That is a real place. I watched a video about that. Norfolk, you might have seen the main video about Flippin. Bergman, Briarcliff, Valley Springs, Duggar, Duff, Bull Shoals State Park, Bull Shoals, Gassville, Lakeview and Basker County, Salesville, Western Grove, Piatt, Arcawana, Olvie, Lakeway, and Winnington. Oh, that's some wind. Y'all probably can't hear it, but outside, I'm hearing stuff. I'm hearing wind. If we look back, well, we literally do have a wind advisory. So your south winds up to 20 to 30 miles an hour with gusts up to 50 until 9. I might have to go outside for that. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down, and a few hour power outages may result. I'm not surprised about that. It has been windy. Like Jake said earlier, it's still windy out. But, yeah. If we look... Ugh. I cannot speak at all. Alright, new severe thunderstorm warning. Just got issued. I should have looked for the flash while it was still going on. This seems kind of new. This was issued 2 minutes ago. Again, for Florida. Oh, wow, yeah. The Florida storms are popping off, but the ones over here aren't necessarily yet. Issued just now. Okay. We found it. We found it, guys. This is not in an area of very good radar coverage. This has some limited radar. 327. Why don't we look at the composite radar? That gives us a little bit better of a glimpse. But this was as of 2 minutes ago. So now, the storm has moved probably more over here-ish. Which means the storm is moving somewhat fast. In about another 30 minutes here, I'm going to take a break. But again, it all depends on what's going on then. If we look maybe 40 minutes into or 30 minutes into the future, 4 p.m. No, that's models. Yeah, models. This is what it's predicting is going to be happening at 4 p.m. This is what happened. So this is what it looks like now. It looks kind of like a somewhat disorganized squall line stretching across from kind of Milwaukee all the way down to Little Rock area. But again, that was... Yeah, this is what a composite radar looks like. But I do have my phone on me while I'm taking the break, so I am able to check the radar even while I'm not here, while I'm AFK. New severe thunderstorm warning. Right here. Tornado possible tag. 2,000 miles, 45,000 people affected. At 3:30, which is right now, a severe thunderstorm is located 13 miles northwest of Gainesville, or 14 miles southeast of Ava, moving east at 45 miles an hour. Penny-size hail. Hazard, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. That is not a really bad risk, but it is still bad. Locations impacted include West Plains, Bull Shoals, Lake, Norfolk Lake, Bryant Creek, State Park, Grand Gulf State Park, Grand Gulf State Park, Thayer, Alton, Illinois. I'm pretty sure that's Alton, Illinois. Gainesville, Bakersfield, Theodosia, South Fork, Cushconong, Pontiac, Brandsville, Wasola, Thomasville, Sundown, Lanton, Myrtle, and Brixie. That is not Antioch, Illinois. My bad. Alton, Illinois. I do know there is the town of Alton, Illinois. So was Antioch. That's why I got it confused. Ugh. We're just kind of sitting here until things really pick up. Yeah, be sure to stay comfortable. Another severe thunderstorm warning. I don't know where that's at. Looking and looking. I don't know if there is a feature that like brings you to the newest warning. Yeah, where is it? Hold up. I genuinely missed it. I don't know anymore. If we look by St. Louis, yeah, that's pretty intense. That this one has the tornado possible tag because of the said QLCS tornado threat, which I mentioned earlier. We talked about. We're getting a new scan now, so we're gonna see where that's at. Alright, so it's moving in. To be fair, this does look kind of like a hook echo. This could be a QLCS tornado. But there is no real way to tell unless the National Weather... Well, there is a real way to tell, but the National Weather Service kind of has... It has the overall say. But I did, I posted some of the behind the scenes so you can look at my setup. If I look on my HG Weather Spot account, it's a new, some new posts. One of them got 64 views on Facebook and 39 on Instagram. And one of the behind the scenes showing my setup. Yeah, it's an example of it. I'll see if there is, well, I'm not. There's no comments yet. Oh, that's windy. Some by Elburn. No, the metro station's like over here. But yeah, if you want some more info on my setup, watch the video. Well, I could actually show it right now. I realize that now. I can show it to you guys. See, I don't know if you, yeah, you guys should be able to hear this. I don't know, though. Although some of those storms are reaching out to Algonquin, they're heading directly to Waukegan, which was sort of right. Although I do realize I can do it. Yeah, I can do like a camera thing. Yeah, but why not? Let's do that. That's cool. Yeah. This is not the best, but right here is the laptop. That's where I use my radar. This is where this is where I view the chat. So I can see stuff. Up here, it's like a visual monitor. There's a webcam that's recording me. And this is the live YouTube feed over here. So yeah, that's kind of the rundown of the video in less time. And I have different scenes programmed, which I also go over in the video. A through E. Scene A is just me. Scene B is the radar. Scene C, that's the brake one. So it's just... Scene D is the phone that we were just on. Then scene E is this cool little link thing I just made. Yeah, I like that. If y'all think that's cool, I don't know, drop a comment. Oh, I'm hearing that wind. Oh yeah, also, um, I think this is kind of a cool lighting setup too. We have we have these two big I don't know what they're called. They're lights though. That's the white light. Yeah, wait a minute. Here, I can try and show it to you guys. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's what it looks like from behind. So we have the red. We have those two big lights. I think they're called box lights. We have stick lights giving the red, and then the blue is less noticeable. That's what the whole setup looks like. But it's not all the same. It's like this. We have the picture of the whole setup. Besides the lights and the little table I have beside me with my water, that's pretty much it. It's a whole little workspace. And I'm hearing like an echo because I'm watching on the TV down there. It's gonna come on soon, but there's like a delay. I can't tell if that's my computer or the computer heating up or the wind outside. Yeah, these new scans are coming in. Oh, there seems to be some new severe thunderstorm warnings. So let's look there. I know this is one of them. How accurate is this scan? Ooh, tornado warning. First tornado warning of the day. Hello, guys. For the storm over here by Willow Springs, Mountain View. Alright. Tornado warning for northeastern Douglas County, North Howell County, and southeastern Texas County. So I was right. I'm pretty sure this was the storm I made that comment about. It was either this one or this one. But yeah, the storm is over Flippin, Arkansas now. The Flippin Walmart. This might have been the storm I made the comment about. They probably issued this to be safe. They might not have. But hazard tornado at 3:41 p.m. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight-line winds. We're located near Kabul, or 7 miles northwest of Willow Springs, moving east at 45 miles an hour. And now this is kind of the time where stuff is starting to ramp up. You hear those different little bing bing. Just like that. That means a new warning was issued. I have the tornado warning set to a different sound, so we know when those pop up. Can't tell that one. That one was just issued. But yeah, we have over by Willow Springs. I'm waiting for it to have a new scan. Because right now it is 344.14. And the last scan was from 3:42:03. Oh, speaking of, yeah. Scanning now. So storms are moving. Slowly moving. The storm is moving out of Flippin. now the radar said it's to be a thunderstorm warning. This one, it's an extension of the one next to it. Because I know what's going to happen is this storm is eventually going to end up probably going over here. This part has a diagonal path that way, but this part is probably going to go over here. I might be right. Now they're sending out scans. Well, this is a different radar that I was looking at. I feel like tomorrow will be a better stream, for sure. Not that this isn't bad. I'm just saying that... What was I trying to say? I was trying to say that tomorrow there's going to be more action when I'm streaming. Because I'm probably not going to stream for 5 or 6 hours straight. It's like partially an energy thing, a boredom thing. New scan going out. Now the storm's out of flippin' Arkansas. Now it's just some rain. The tornadic storm's approaching Willow Springs. So we have 64 subscribers now. This is going to be... I don't know, I might cut it at 2 hours. Which is coming up here soon. Because I feel like more of the action is coming... If you look in the models, more of the action is coming later. Like, later is when the tornadoes are expected. So, I feel like... It's not really as much of a... Well, it's kind of a stamina thing. I don't want to wait. I don't want to do another stream in a few hours. So I feel like this is a bit of a warm-up for tomorrow, because tomorrow's stream is going to be huge. Almost as big as the last one we did. Here, I gotta do something real quick and I'll be back. Alright, so I'm going to set it to the break graphic and see it. Alright, so after some thinking, I decided that I am going to end the stream at 2 hours, so in about 10 minutes. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys. I'm still a growing channel. And what this gives me time to do is it gives me time to make a forecast video for tomorrow. Try and anticipate the stream for tomorrow. Because tomorrow, if you didn't know, we look at the outlooks. That's tomorrow's tornado outlook. I would not be surprised if they update it to a high risk tomorrow. It could be the first high risk of the year, the second moderate risk of the year. It gives me time to make a forecast video, as well as thinking of stuff to do for the live stream. Because the live stream is going to be similar, but again, I know that it gives me time to update some of the website, make an announcement. It's a lot of stuff to do. And I hope y'all are understanding about that. Because it's a lot of work doing this stuff. And now that I realize it, the radar wasn't on. I showed you the outlook. Yet again, it's a lot of work to do the stuff. It's a lot of work to post. Heck, it took us a few hours to even set this up the first time live streaming. I'm appreciative to my dad for helping me with this. And yeah, this is mostly a me thing. My dad helps me occasionally. He manages the whole channel. He makes sure what I post isn't, like, really bad. Like, not bad content-wise, but, like, I'm not posting dumb stuff. So he does that. I asked him for some website advice, but it's all me. I'm editing the videos. I'm making the thumbnails. So this does not mean I'm stopping making content for a while. This does not mean there's going to be less content. There's going to probably be around the same amount of content. And yeah, it doesn't mean I'm stopping. We take kind of a last look at the radar here before we end it. If you are in Willow Springs, I would highly advise you take shelter. The storm is probably on you right now, so I guess it's a bit too late for that now, because the scan is 4 minutes old. Anybody in Mountain View, take shelter. And this is kind of a goodbye. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you all for watching. It has been a really fun time. I want to remind you where you guys can find me. These are my links. We have not clickable links. I do have a link tree though. So if you look, I think in my YouTube description, if I check that correctly. Yeah, it has my link tree link. So you can look for all my links there. So we have my website, hgweatherspot.com, my YouTube channel name, hgweatherspot. My Instagram name is hgweatherspot. And my Facebook, hgweatherspot. I do have a TikTok, but I don't really have much there yet. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'm Holden, and have a good day.